Alright, where do we leave off? We're Xanaland and return to the Waking Sand. Holy crap, 1300 gil. I'm gonna be at least a mil porter by the time we're done with the entire MSQ. You know what? As far as stick goes, at least with stick, let me reverse it. Go to ninja. Part of me is like, why am I using a hybrid of keyboard and mouse and controller? Why I can't just use keyboard and mouse? It's easier. But alright, my affiliate. Affiliate is waiting to brief me on a new development. Please tell me it's voiced.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvib hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
No. No.
So you will accept?
Yes.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the sailor's ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
May you walk in the light of the crystal. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know about a listing, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we are to expect. Forgive me. To business then. This is as we told the antecedent. The Cobalt has once more centered Titan. A little over a moon ago, we observed the beastmen moving south, increased number all Gormal. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, Glide Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread off your accomplishments, Senpa, on behalf of I read by eyes so much faster than I read by by word of mouth. My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa citizenry are, of course, paramount concern. Already, we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Senma? You have my thanks. Along with the full support of the Maelstrom, I await good tidings. Thank the kobolds! Should summon Titan demonstrate that they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. And I think no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Great Fleet Mills in Lower Nalosia. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Lay down your burden, son. Come drink a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find your last or three. You gonna say something, adventurer? Or keep on staring? You wanna know about the company of heroes? Hells, prize be fleeting fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still seeing you come all this way, I suppose won't hurt to oblige ya. Considering yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractome was the company's best axeman. Now what is it you wanna know? Yeah. Gah ha ha, so you wanna hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, so do ya? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Titus, yeah? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legend of old. Me and the boys fought him through 3 days and 3 nights we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit ya, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ooh, just like that. Sure, whatever, man. Oh, what's that look for? I'm God's damn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell you, only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I ain't feeling charitable. If you're still damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that made a nest by the windmill just south of here. And do that and then we'll talk. Excellent voice acting on my part, if I'll have you know. Let's see what Yastola has to say about this. The Company of Heroes is the most celebrated mercenary band in the history of Eorzea. Even so, I must admit I never met one of their members face to face. I imagine that a warrior who has toppled both Titan and Leviathan would seek to bask in a lifetime of fame and glory. Yet he seemed to have settled down in a place distinctly bereft of adoring crowds. Aeolian Edge. Oh, that was Spinning Edge, actually. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Save me the hassle of never mind. Tractome appears to be ignoring you. What? You still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran of 10 scores battles could rely upon. I want to teach you. Truly do. But unless you prove yourself you have what it takes to face the fat bastard, I can't do it in good conscience or tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, a Goobu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour mill here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road. Why don't you try heading due west and look out in case a Gabu come calling. Slay it and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Lexia. Holy crap. You again? And that Gabu that was harassing the millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venture. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm not sure I should still tell you our secrets. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew Tracom, you in here drinking again? If you are, that Gabu better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have my word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with my trusty axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course, ain't that right, friend? Tell me, true, Was it Tracom who slew the Gabu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tracom, finest axeman to ever serve company of heroes. The legendary mercenary that slew that bastard Titus. Titus. Who the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in your drink-soaking dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody halfwit. Well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest, lowest fucking shite I ever heard. Both of you outside will learn the truth the Lominson way. Tracom, if you didn't slay that Gabu, you may consider your contract revoked. Alright, you know the rules. The first one to smash their boulder will be judged. And don't think about trying to kill me, that's cheating. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing like. Hell's with it. Let the contest begin. Alright, I admit it, I lied about being in the company of heroes, but I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honestly, I have. Save your blubbering, Tracom. Gods, I should have known. Merce, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. I kept getting turned away by all the folks I asked for work, and I panicked. See, last job I had was at Costa del Sol. There was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I was being serious when I said I was one of them. But I wasn't serious when I said I was one of them, but yet went and believed in me, so yeah. Look, his name is Whisket. Alright, Whisket. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever that thing his name is. That's what you wanted, right? So come on. Tell the Chief to forgive me, it's only fair. Costa del Sol. Whisket. Pardon? You wish to stay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Lominsa are depending on us. You fancy yourself heroes then, just like in Tales? Be not quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in the Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence Thus she is able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well of the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter the Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered, useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives may be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into O'Gorman on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Yegeruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man. Have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever good the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance. Nobody would miss Limsa Lominsa. Nobody. Master Yegeruju's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. Nyx has recently seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Oh, speaking of which. What's that video that has the best sprint? Right, it's... /m error off m icon splint AC mount. Ooh, that leg actually looks pretty good. Lest you think me overcautious for testing you this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A young foolish employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact that he did not. Anyways, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befit of your talents. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gigaguru wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is of no object, not everything Master Gigaguru desires can be so easily purchased. It is an extremely exotic feast, and so your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with suitable wine, and suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need toil along. Many of the mercenaries who was served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I will have you travel to South Shroud, speak with Lendinel at the Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you do not have the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Landell, do you require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I will have been expecting you. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Well, I hope you get it. Hi, you amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will only receive information. What do you do with it is your own choice. Okay. Let me be clear, the business is between you and me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company the slightest, traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gordanians are by and large unforgiving lot. Ditto here being a rare exception. I've had to go great lengths to ensure that I'm seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I do so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose around your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other squirrels. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. Easy kill. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continual presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Have your egg, damn it. Such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see I get you to Captain. You should make haste to southern Dalaland. In the Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uold Noon. He will be your next guide. Safe travels. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Whisket has sent me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Persistent bugger, very well. Let's have a good look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that, and you did manage to obtain that Adventoise egg. However, that was not more than the displays of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought also believed in his strength would save him. He was wrong. And now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skill instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, and the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and that is why I still hold it. And it is why I will not help an unproven wealth. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it will be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amojal encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned for both his strength and his guile. To even face this Amojal in battle, you must find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice. Only this worn spear. Why, do you ask? You have to solve the riddle yourself. Now, go and slay the old warrior and bring me his necklace. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Yes, he is. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befit a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear, it belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside of the encampment to see it for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you the ingredient you seek. A shame we did not meet while I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point in dwelling on what cannot be. You have a well-wicked worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but well-wicked worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as the delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on small animals of the sagolil. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass will be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it on your map along with the location where worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Rotting angler. It was a fresh kill. Well, you look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Yes, I have. Your skill as a hunter rivals those of our best. I applaud your success. The meat you will need to be heavily smoked before I ship you Whisket. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Whisket's counsel. But hold a moment, since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. The captain was always fond of this brand of wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have well been within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have, I owe to his wisdom and generosity. I was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is the case even now. Please give him my regards. Well met, Landonel and Udo. I'll just call him Udon. Udon both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Here's some wine that he wanted to give you. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the new personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldernard this time to obtain it. I'm bad at Aeolian geography. I have no idea what Aldernard is. Sure. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient, Brayflox. My old quartermaster wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to the Hidden Falls dock and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Brinkachagoli, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Oh, that is a mound. Ozun Nazun. What's the hurry, adventurer? Has something happened over at the Gobble settlement? I don't know what you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Ringcatcher Gully. Sure. 40 gil? This is a highway robbery. I have a flying mount. I could have just flown over there. Brayflox, all talks. Tongue flaps of the Whisket be reaching the ears of Brayflox. Uplander has come for tasty, fresh, gulpy meat treats, yes. Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gobbleflock from homes. Gobbleflock need goody Uplander to give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Sure. We're gonna go for a little unrestricted party. Gobbleflock in danger. Uplander take gate key. Yay! Hand lending, hand lending. No, I really didn't want those. But whatever. Oh no, not the Goblin Pathfinder. Oh, there's... There it is. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plant making. Yay. Tasty fresh gobble treats to clever Outlander. She's the stink sweet gobby treat, special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brave flocks ever say. I gather you solved Brave Flock's little problem. Goblin cheese. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Job well done, bravo, Senba. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him the order slip, he'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your elite patience, I assure you, I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lamani my regards. Wineport. Wineport. Port the wine. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. I am an adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? Order slip. An order. Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of Loman perfume, Costa del Sol, and there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gigidruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Diarist Whites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways, but you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine. Yeah. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had an impression for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't be possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Westgate must have its wine. Here lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Birgeland, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man irresponsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of this important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte, Vintner, bid you to speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend have the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Kubo urine than to sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. He was mean. Very mean. What do you mean? I take it he said no? Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa Lominsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. Steal it. Another bright idea. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of a wine port can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be your problem. The quality of our products have declined significantly in recent years. The only breed of cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that they're grapes of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vineyards of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, and they were used to produce vintage which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic and the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. If you see, I once had the privilege of sampling that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended into my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as is all often said, the calamity changed all that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Berglund to part with his wines, the next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone with the bottles of Bacchus wine and offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vineyards tending to the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. During Florin, Bacchus wine? Don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. Bar. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had a chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Bad luck. No luck, huh? That is most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I have decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogmorol, I fell into a deep depression, and it wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was so much more that I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me could no longer, maybe forever lost to us. I must say, this talk about this wine has made me quite rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, I urge this favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the depths of my despair, I stumbled across the Hildebrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I nearly found one not far from here. There was a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me the first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the art of my winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you could deliver him in my stead. Dress sometimes work as the ring catcher, gully docks, so perhaps Ritzgilt can tell you where to find him. Riskill. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? Yeah, I tossed him a few gills when we needed an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk much about himself, and I sure as don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave enough alone. If you might find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. What's up, Dressed? What? What do you want? Have some wine. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Ah. Dressed is suffering from extreme duress. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midgets, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I'm not. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the midgets go away. Right. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me even after what my comrades did and I did to our country. We were on reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Guardian. They conquered my lands just like they conquered yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shashamini for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night at the Red Mantis Falls, I collected a sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope one day I do the same. I'm just making words up as I go. Dyslexia's hell of a drug. Shamani! Yeah, it's been some time, Senbao. What news do you bring up dressed? Have some palm wine. Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of a winemaking, a simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes natural properties of palm sap. I shall have enjoyed this batch before it spoils. We're not so different, Dressed and I. 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him. By the gods, Simba, listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I just discovered something extraordinary about dressed palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Red Catcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Jesus Christ. A realm reborn in a nutshell. Holy shit. The one I tell people like, it's like, oh, what's the best place to start for Final Fantasy XIV? Heaven's Word. Heaven's Word is the best. A Realm Reborn is like, oh, wow. Just, holy shit. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. I didn't know it was rare. I found it near the Juggernaut to the south. I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gobble tracks. Well, maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of such beasts. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Gabu are more territorial than others. You have to defend yourself. Okay. What's the dress have to say, Senba? Tell me everything. Aha! I was right. This smell, this texture. I was holding in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard of talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe a common adventurer and a novice inventor could. "12 as my witness. Is that Bacchus grapevine? Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen?" "What? You would offer this to me? But why?" "There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bringus. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting." "I never knew you care so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear every tavern across the Eorzea will once be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine." "Sir, you need an... Wait, this shape of the bottle, this scent, this label, this couldn't be a 1547 Bacchus. That's impossible. The vintage has not been... The crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it. I wondered today or tomorrow would be an ideal time, but I realized it was never meant for me. It should be severed by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigit Ruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Senba. Thank you for your kindness and generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Weisskate. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith one day I will have another opportunity to taste perfection. Looks like 4 is the perfect speed to read and auto at the same time. Might consider downgrading to 3, but 4 is looking pretty good. I used to have it at clocked in at 10, and it will go by before I will even finish actually, visually read it. Speed reader not achieved. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me, so what of the wine I asked you to bring? Bacchus wine. Is that 7 hells, a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't know you had it in you, but congratulations, Senba. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has ever seen in years. Considering the lengths we went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Do we get to participate? Yastola is concerned for your well-being, yes. You have the look of a woman who has seen the 7 held and back, yes. Not a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor. And this while in the shadow of titan looms of... So, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I be asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I would have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Ostola, Lady Tori. The 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity about it. Had I known, I would have never permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Ha. Come now. She must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I sent you running the length and breadth of Ezorzia for a banquet, did you? I still wanted free food. Spare her mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Simba has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense in hiding any longer. We five were chosen by our brothers and sisters before the company of heroes disbanded. We swore solemn oath that any who following our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation but by their deeds. Each man would judge these godslayers by his own criteria. Even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. Can we still eat the food, though? The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making difference between their sacrifice and waves after waves hapless adventurers due to the jaws of foe. They had no hope of victory. It's more so futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the death of the unworthy. Which is why the five of you designed this test to test Senba with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? Let's go down to 3. She is brave one, that is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warning that it could cost her life. Okay, maybe it's too slow. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey, relentless as any child of the stand, and struck a precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Senba, however, is kind of generous. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who would gladly fight at her side. Uplander, Talentful, Plan Maker, Tricksy Foe, for Mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleague's assessment. We five of the company of heroes hereby judge your worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Senbatorii, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers and pour the wine. Yes, I finally get to drink the Bacchus wine. I would have been pissed if I just, you know, got to take a whiff of it. Because that's, Senbatorii, Titus Bane! Yeah! In the company of heroes, the bronze-skinned beauty. Congratulations, Sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only begun. Hell yeah. Exotic feast. Nom 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 nom. No 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 no. Yes, good food, good food. Tasting the exotic feast, trigger divine revelation, transcendent form of reality, fleeting nature, cry out to the heavens in celebration. Yeah. Skipped a few words there, but you know. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa, Lominsa, Erosia, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember, there is no great glory than that was ever achieved alone. Goody Uplander, face righty rock band, clever fighty thing, yeah. Brave fool, promise that you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. Veterans of countless battles, but this is one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You're blessed with fortitude to rival the worth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Yeshidola. You are kind to indulge them, Sen, but this banquet is as much for the company as it is for you. Whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now scarcely the time for celebration. Though they may have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Okay, speed set to 4 is fine. 4 is the good middle ground. 4 is good. 4 is good. I might have to read a little bit fast, but that's okay. Okay, Whisket. Show me the... You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake and Upper Lenosia, and there you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at the 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risk inherent in our method. I can't whistle. Oh, let me change this. Let's see. Shikuchi and Shapeshift can go. Let's. Real. Greetings, last might you be the one the captain said was coming. I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explaining myself twice. Okay. Years ago, when we were weighing up to how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman aetherite, see? What's to look for? Not familiar with them? He speaks of an amplified aetherite which has been claimed by Beast Tribe. Lest you wonder, there's no fundamental difference between such aetherites and those who you use on countless occasions. Senba. Ah, well, if ain't the Charlatan last. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnel beginning Ogomoro forms a bewildering labyrinth that outsider has ever explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I had long have pondered. Give us a bit of credit. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling in old ones with traps. One round step and the next thing you know, you got 100 tons of rocks on your noggin. Suicide you even try, see? Funny thing is, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it got us thinking, Ogomoro mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? Getting around a city would be a pain in the arse if you don't have an aether net, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetherite shards in the depths of Ogomoro, you would have to attune themselves before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. We had this Charlatan bloke with us, delivered right into the tightest bedchamber he did. I didn't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember he saying any Charlatan scholar worth their salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of no signature might be possible if the aetherite in question happened to be yes, but in order to guide a traveler to a beacon safely, a second party would be required who, It is possible in theory at least. I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all depends on whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, right you are, lass. Don't worry about that. Have a little bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelmer's front and take a closer look at the aetherite? It ain't far, but sure to run into a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can help handle. Mind. Beastman aetherite. So this is the aetherite the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Simba. I need to remain here to supplement the beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. That's what return is for. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such a time I do, you'll be on your own. Now let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find in there, so stink not in your preparation. the naval. Damn it. I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. I have completed our Realm Reborn Part 3, exiting new game mode.